but the book is very floppy. Hi, my name is Adriana and today I'm going to go over my TBR for spring. So to be completely honest, I am filming this with 10 more days left in the first quarter, and I am 99% sure I am going to hit all the books I stated in my first quarter TBR. I have to finish up the book I'm currently reading, and then I have one more. I definitely think I'm going to be able to do it. I'm super proud of myself, so let's do it again. Before I jump into what I want to be reading for the next 3 months or so, please consider liking and commenting on this video and subscribing to my channel if you like bookish things. So most of these aren't really in any particular order, but the first one I'm talking about is the first book I'm planning on reading in April, and that is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I am buddy reading this with Lynn from In Lynn's Library. I am so excited to jump into it. I have heard so much about this book. It is a little intimidating as far as length and like epic fantasy, military fantasy. We'll see, but the book is very floppy, which I love. Big old fan of the floppy book. And if you have been living under a rock, The Poppy War is a Chinese-inspired fantasy story that focuses on the trials and tribulations of a young peasant girl going through war. And now that I'm talking about this, I realize that I don't actually know that much about this, besides that it's just hugely hyped. But I am here for it. I am on board. I'm ready to go. Lynn has already read this first one, but she wants to reread it before she gets into the next two. So let's go, Lynn. I'm ready. Another book I want to get into in the springtime is 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes. I bought this forever ago. 5 ever ago, 6 ever ago, and I really just want to get into it. I think the reason I put it off so many times is because it's yet another like Helen of Troy, Trojan War kind of retelling, but I think I'm ready for another Trojan War bit of media, and I've heard just so many good things about this book and this author, and I'm really looking forward to it. Another book I want to get to this next quarter is Diablo Mesa. This is the next book in the Nora Kelly series in the Pendergast universe that I have talked about many times on my channel here. So Nora Kelly is an archaeologist who gets pulled into many different FBI cases because one of her acquaintances is an FBI agent. So whenever said FBI agent needs help with kind of forensic archaeology, she calls up Nora. So I don't actually know what this one is about, what's going on, but I love this series. It is a super good time every time I read it. Nora is a really fun character to follow, especially in this part of the series. She is well established in her career, she's confident, she's, I don't want to say older, but she's like in her 30s. So like she's like a full-on adult. Not that I don't love, you know, like teenagers or like young adults, new adults, but sometimes it's good to just read about an actual adult living their actual adult life, because I am in that actual adult phase of my life, doing actual adult things. So the next book I want to read, I don't have a copy of because it is not out yet, but I have pre-ordered it and I expect to be reading it as soon as it arrives on my doorstep, which should be beginning of May. And that is Elektra. This is the story of Clytemnestra and her daughters, I believe? Yes, Clytemnestra and her daughters. So they were the wife, Clytemnestra is the wife of King Agamemnon during the Trojan War. So these are, I suppose, maybe the bad guys. So this is going to kind of be a retelling from the other side that we don't hear about as much. So this is Clytemnestra and her 2 daughters, Cassandra and Elektra. I am very excited. There's going to be a lot of Trojan War going on here. I might need to brush up a little bit on my Trojan War knowledge. I love Ariadne, so I am so excited to be picking up Jennifer Saint's next novel. The last 2 books I'll be touching on, I also don't have physical copies of because I got them as e-arcs on NetGalley. One of those is Queerly Beloved. It comes out Oh, it also comes out May 3rd, so got a lot of May things going on. But Queerly Beloved, I mean, first of all, the cover got my attention, but it was one of those where I received an email from NetGalley saying that this is something that NetGalley thought I might be interested in, and I definitely was. It is a sapphic romance. One of the main characters is like a baker who focuses on like wedding cakes and kind of just the wedding thing in general, and then the other character is Charlie. She is an engineer who had just moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and so she meets the other main character, and I don't really know where it goes from there, but as someone who is getting married in the next year and is an engineer, I have a vested interest in both of these characters already, so I am very excited to see what happens with them. The other NetGalley arc I got approved for is Upgrade by Blake Crouch. This comes out July 12th. Oh, that's my dad's birthday. Keeping that one locked up in here. I might have to take that part out because my dad typically watches my videos. Anyway, it's Blake Crouch. No idea what this one's about. I just saw Blake Crouch and I was like, yes. So far the only book I've read from him is Dark Matter. I am planning on reading Pines very soon. I will get through it, but I loved Dark Matter. I know Recursion was like a huge hit for people, so if it's sci-fi and Blake Crouch, I'm gonna be there. And I have very high expectations for this. So those are 6 books I would like to try to hit over the next 3 months. I will probably be reading more than these, especially if Poppy War goes well. I will definitely be, you know, getting the next 2 and reading those, but I don't want to be spending money on books I might not read, she says, as she just ordered like 87 more books and pre-ordered a bunch of stuff that she doesn't know if she's gonna like or not. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.